Hello, everybody. It's your boy Vicon Smolskova L. Bay. Vicon Smolskova Micah L. Bay here with you now, sharing what I've been up to because it's been tumultuous and it's been a very real reality task of getting my rights handled and standing up for my rights, standing up for my family's rights. And my face shining on you. It's weird. Like I don't want to make videos because of my Virgo perfectionism. It's like, oh, I have to have the perfect background. I have to, have the perfect things to say when almost anything I say can help you guys because I'm in it. I'm really doing it and leading by example. I'm doing my best. I'm gonna start you off with this quote I made up. It goes like this: Good things come to those that wait, but what But what but while you're by the water, are you going to wait for the rain to drink? So good things come that to those that wait. But while you're by the water, are you going to wait for the rain to come down before you drink? It's a question you might have to ask yourself as we have some Trey songs in the background. I don't want to put it too loud so you can hear my voice. Guys, I've had my own Moorish dealings as far as, being the sovereign that I am and living that and not, letting society and, this law system and these courts take over because what they do is they try to take over your life. So when I found myself, I found everything else when I found myself. And that's not something I take for granted. I love myself. I love everything I do. I love growing. I love being who I am. I live each day with a perfect, healthy balance and gratitude. I'm a savvy, successful entrepreneur, and I surround myself with others who are better than me. I always operate at maximum effectiveness and efficiency. I give everyone uncommon value, and most women are extremely attracted to me. Um, so I'm just thankful for what I have, and I'm just thankful for what I can do. But when it comes down to this more stuff, if you don't know it from inside, it's like it doesn't matter. Today is July 4th. It's the Caucasians' freedom, quote unquote, from the Moors, um, which they did a corporate takeover of our land, and they basically put their corporations and everything that are legal fictions on top of what naturally ours. And it's like over time, our people forgot who they were. So they definitely made it easy to do that. Um, for us to forget who we are based on the schooling system, what we're eating, what's being put in the water. But we got to remember again, like these are our choices to intake, to have one income stream from a slave plantation. Every corporation derived from the 13 original plantations, which later became the 13 original colonies, which then expanded to everything that you read. So when I go to court or whatnot, if I have to, because I don't go to court that often, I don't like going because they know I'm gonna sue the shit out of them. Like fuck that. I make sure that I'm speaking in propria persona. So I'll object every time they try to pretend like I'm somebody I'm not. Like a person, a black, Negro, all that. That's why I got this bad boy. I mean, this was blessed to me. I was just in my basement putting my recyclables away, and this was there. I mean, would I have bought this if I didn't get it like that? I don't think so. But I'm happy for it. So get one of these, guys. Um, and if I were you, I would check out the UCC laws, Universal Commercial Code, because that's what all is international. business and how they do their commercial processes. When you go to court, it's actual commercial process. So, you know, so one thing that when we go, we never challenge their authority. We never ask them to prove who they are. When in all actuality, they're foreigners that are practicing law over us, and we give them jurisdiction when we sign contracts, tickets for when we get a lawyer, um, when you get a legal aid, because these are all people under their system, like the bar association or whatnot, which is a foreign entity. Um, so as we do this, we really have to learn how to defend ourselves. So I would check out this case, Kane versus Kennedy, that states how Keene versus Kennedy, that states how they have to accept the affidavits. Um, Also, I would check out Article 4 in the Constitution, which says that you have the right to be exempt from examination. Um, so a lot of these things, it's like, okay, I can talk and talk and talk and tell you about status, jurisdiction, all that. But if you don't know it, if you didn't read it, if you didn't investigate and internalize it, you don't know. This is what the issue is with a lot of more stuff. People are going on YouTube thinking that they know what's up, um, and then going out in the street and getting the f arrested, getting the fuck arrested, and that shit ain't cool when one is sitting in jail and there's no one to help them or nothing they could do to get out. Um, because the status of these people playing God on us is never questioned. We have to start one questioning where they get their delegation of authority order from, because I thought that should have to come from me. Like if I gave you, the opportunity to have a public office, shouldn't I think I would have to give you permission to do anything. But if I don't, then how can you even talk about the matter to me? Because you don't have jurisdiction. Like jurists, like you don't have words over me. Like Google these words, Black Law Dictionary, guys. For the record, man, like a lot of Moors out here, indigenous people should be acting as if they're sovereign, but they're not. So again, remember Hopkins versus I think Clanton. Jurisdiction can be challenged at any time. Like even if the case is over, happened already, you can go challenge the decision. Um, so make sure you're aware of this, guys. Make sure you're aware of the Moorish American indigenous sovereigns. Check them out, see if it's something that could apply to you. Um, so remember, practice of law cannot be licensed by any state. So how is New Jersey Bar giving out licenses when this case Board versus Swear said that practice of law cannot be licensed by any state because a state is a legal fiction. How can a legal fiction give you authority to practice law, especially when states are on statutory law, statutes, codes, and ordinances, which is commercial, not constitutional. So why are they putting these statutes, codes, and ordinances, which are for corporations? Well, why? Because technically, if you don't know you're a natural person, all you know is what you know, and you are a corporation. Your all caps name is a LLC company, that they're tapping into because it has an account and cashing out on you. So again, a plenary license is not a license to practice law. Title 18, check that out. Deprivation of rights. Check out Article 6 of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. These motherfuckers never fucking like Like there's trees out there for days, and these motherfuckers still act like shit ain't real. Um, Also, for right to counsel, check out Article 3, Section 2 in the Vienna Convention, Act 36. Also, check out the case Billing versus Billing. Also, check out the case Choice versus United States, which says how jurisdiction is fundamental. Um, so, also check out Swore versus Board, uh, the practice of law licensed by any state. I mean, there's just so many cases and stuff that say how they can't do things. If we knew how to properly create these affidavits, properly present them, check out my man Brother Polite. He's teaching people about this stuff. Um, because it's crazy, man. They're completely out of order, and probably something you're dealing with. If you just knew who you were and what to do, like you wouldn't have to deal with it like that. Because you know, they're supposed to get a delegation of authority from Congress pursuant to Article 3 of the Republic Constitution for the United States of America, the supreme law of the land. The Constitution for the United States of America. If it's for um, the United States of America, who gave it to them? And if somebody was able to put together something so in depth, you know, why aren't we all like on this? Why isn't this taught every year in school? Why, when we go to court and we, try to express our constitutional rights, we're pushed over or beaten up or jailed or put for contempt? So, also check out United States Code 15, wherein if they have a summary trial and judgment without one getting permission of all parties, that means you. Two, if they don't produce prior the bonds of all the officers of the court who are to be involved in the summary trial. So it's like malpractice. Um, and it's like 10K per court officer involved. Like when these motherfuckers don't follow their own rules, we just falter and be like, oh, I guess that's it. So I'm tired of you bitches and motherfucking pussies not fucking standing up for yourself. You want somebody like me to stand up for you when I have to stand up for myself. Not only do I have to stand up for myself, I have to get my own family. And you are my family, but at the same time, if you were stepping it up, I mean, where would we be? Better than you are, and living in less fear. At the end of the day, Islam. I self, law, and master. I self, law, length, uh, length, something with, am master. I'm the master of the law. This universe, I'm the master. This is my universe. Everything I want is gonna happen. Of course, you have a universe as well. We're all in this together. But when we're separate, what is happening? It's not godly at all. Um, if I were you guys, I'd check out this word psychological, psychopathic, inferiority complex. That's when you feel less than somebody else for who you actually are. Like, who's to say anybody from they say they're from Germany, Haiti, or any place, Europe, which we gave to them, is better than you. They're not. They're not. Um, so also check out on U.S. versus Bishop 412 U.S. 346, which says the perfect defense for willfulness relied on prior decision of Supreme Court. So if you see a Supreme Court decision that's similar to something you're going through and a judge already made a decision, that's fucking it. You don't even have to go to motherfucking trial if it's that similar. For real. If that's was already decided, why are you gonna sit through a whole lot, waste all these taxpayer CAFR dollar unlimited funds It's nuts. Read the Constitution, read the preamble, go over UCC law, Universal Commercial Code. This is what they're acting under internationally. That's why when you put in UCC1's financing statement, showing the separation from the strawman transmitting utility versus the natural person, things start to be different. It's not going to save you like from anything, but it's showing that you know who you are and setting the precedence and what set forth for it. Oh, it's crazy, y'all. You know, read the North American Republic Constitution for United States of America. Um, Constitution Article 4, Section 4. The trustees, public officials, officers, agents, representatives. State governments are but trustees acting under derived authority. 402. You know, they're supposed to be acting in our favor. All these public officials, like we're supposed to not hire them. They're supposed to be elected. Now they just hire themselves, and that's what we're supposed to do. Um, so courts are not by an officer's interpretation of the law. Not, yeah, there's a lot of stuff, yo. And if you check out like HJR 192, you'll understand that there hasn't been any real money since they took real money off the gold standard and then changed them to Federal Reserve notes. If you look at a dollar or whatever, it says Federal Reserve note, and then you go to a Black's Law dictionary and you look up, notes, and you'll see that they represent money, or their assets, but they're not real money. Like when I say real money, and you look at the Constitution, you'll see that it says that real money is backed by gold or silver, something tangible. Even though gold and silver is something that just grows out the ground, but we use that to trade and do a lot. So right now, these Federal Reserve notes are very unconstitutional, and they're printing them like hotcakes, which is weird, because you're not even allowed to based on the Constitution we gave you. So what the fuck are you doing? Fucking shit up. Um, so like that's been happening, and no one's really doing anything about it. Let me see if I can find notes. To observe carefully or with particularity. Put down the writing. Brand as punishment. Well, so there's different notes. You have to look at promissory note and Federal Reserve note. I'm not gonna do all the work for you guys because you're not gonna appreciate it anyway. But check out the UCC1 finances statement, um, and realize that when you check out the case US versus Minker 350 US 179, it talks about waiving rights due to ignorance. When you waive your rights due to not knowing, that doesn't mean you just you lose them to acquiescence to not standing up for them, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. The Constitution is still the supreme law of the land. Um, all nations embody universal law embodied in the Constitution. So we got to remember we're aboriginal to the land. Um, and Article 4 says you don't have to be examined. Um, you need to make sure you get the discovery inspection, and make sure the prosecutor proves jurisdiction, which they most likely can. So never say the government, always say Mexamore umpire, the imperial government. We're not people, because if you check out Black's Law, all these words and everything have different meanings to them. So I'm gonna end on that. Happy freedom from us, mother effers, and we're gonna get our freedom back because there's nothing you can do about it. We waking up. More stand up. Peace and love to everybody, and I'm gonna keep doing more videos. I have to. Can't stop. Peace.